Totally.
Alright, minutes, boys. Warm up. 5 minutes.
And welcome to semi-final game number 2 between third place Indonesia taking on fourth place India. It is the Indonesian Garudas taking on the Indian Bombers. We've just had the anthems for both countries and players are breaking off into position. Shudip Chabroti was there, the captain of India. It's Kane Pollard in the host chair this morning. Alongside me is David Hampton, and we'll call him Hammers throughout the broadcast. And also Raj will be coming, Raj Singh Randwara, who's been providing some comments. We'll have to find a spot for you, but players are breaking off into position. Plenty of passion from both teams early. The Indonesians wanted to make sure they were sung first, and they're coming out to play here at the Western Oval. Thanks for joining us as part of our International Cup coverage 2017. And David, this is the first game that you've seen.
It is, and really looking forward to it. And good morning and good afternoon, wherever you may be listening around the world today. And promises to be a great game. The Garudas, Indonesia Garudas, up against the India Bombers. So
some short players for both teams, but we should see a pretty even contest, you would think. Beautiful, picturesque Parkville, the Royal Park Golf Course just to the outer side.
Come on!
The umpire has the ball off, 17.5-minute quarters. The Bombers and the Garudas. The Garudas in red and white. The Indian Bombers are in their green, yellow and gold, and it's the Garudas trying to get the clearance. Coming through there was Lataparesia. Now they do get the kick forward. Bouncing football. Coming up to meet it there for the Garudas was Haryanto. Gets a disposal over the top now towards Santoso, the captain. They have a shot on goal. The mark's been taken. It didn't quite have the penetration they were looking for, but a nice mark's been taken in front of goal. And lining up for a shot is the Garuda small forward in Frankie Raruru, and he's lining up for a shot on goal from only 10 metres out. This will be the start that the Indonesia are looking for. Didn't see too many goals kicked to this end in the first game this morning. Raruru has a shot on goal. He's got great purchase on it, and the Indonesians have got their first, and they're celebrating. Garuda kicks his first, and that's the first goal of the semi-final. The Garudas lead 1 straight 6. The Bombers yet to score. International Cup semi-final action here at Parkville.
great start here for the Garudas, as you heard earlier. They've only played just over a minute and a half into this opening term, and a lovely finish there by Walruru. So ball to come back in the middle. Umpire throws it aloft again. This time it was Indonesia. They haven't got a great deal of height, but they got the head out through Alberta. They'll go forward again. They'll go driving inside 50. May go all the way. No, it was an end-over-end kick. It'll go in towards the pocket. Can they keep it alive? I think not. And the ball goes over the line for a boundary throw in deep in the forward pocket.
It is deep in the forward pocket there. Abdillah couldn't keep the ball in play. But nice attacking options by the Garudas. They're really quick getting that ball out of the centre square.
Got plenty of pace.
They do, yeah. And plenty of celebrations after their first goal. So looking to get another one here. It's a deep throw in. Doing the ruck work there was Putra. Tapped down. The Bombers, they clear it towards the outer side. The juggling attempt mark has been paid. And it'll be the Garudas on the outer side there in the pocket. He's signalling for his players to run deep. There's only 2 players or 3 players forward of centres, behind the centre square. Everyone else is inside the Garudas forward 50. So it's a long shot on goal by Franz. Up to the goal face. Players jump early. Loose football. That's been a shot on goal. Beautiful finishing work there. Great crumbing and roving front and square. And the Garudas have kicked their second. And they're out to a 12-point lead. And that was some very clever positioning and nice finishing in front of goal. So Garuda lead 2 straight 12. The Bombers yet to score that goal coming from Herianto.
Yep.
2 names. We'll just go with Herianto. And
Herianto.
He's kicked his first of the semi-finals, and they lead 2 straight 12. The Bombers yet to score. Raj, we're seeing some activity early in the game.
One of the just first congratulate the Indian team. Today is the Independence Day of India.
Very good.
Yeah, and yesterday was the Pakistan's Independence Day, so we can hope some good performance from India today.
At home tuning in then. They got on their Independence Day off.
Yeah, they are just watching the AFL live on YouTube and as well as on the AFL website.
Oh, a great start here for Garudas. They've got another free kick right in front of goal. This is Waruru, who's already kicked one and can go back and get his second.
Yes, the umpire paid a free kick there for just holding the footy. And Waruru, there's not much
They
of
come
him.
out of the blocks.
160 centimetres, 55 kilos. He could be riding the races at Swan Hill today, but he's lining up for his second goal this morning.
Distance might be a problem. It'll go all the way to the line. They couldn't quite get the journey, and they wrestled for it on the goal line. The umpire says it's rush through for behind. So that's the first blemish. They go to 2-1-13. And of course, India Bombers are yet to score. We've got 13 minutes remaining here in the opening term. They're yet to actually go forward, India, with the Bombers.
Now, we saw in the first game this morning that the outer side was the choice destination.
That breeze looks like it's just really dropped off too, doesn't it, at the
It
moment?
has. And the quick kick in has been well read there by the Garudas. Another very...
I've got a feeling it might be Waruru again.
It's been everywhere. I think you're right. Can't see him anywhere else. Close to goal.
Yep.
He plays on quickly, goes around the man on the mark, gives it everything he's got, but he's just pulled it to the left and through for a minor score. So they're peppering away here, 2-2-14. India Bombers yet to score.
Now, the Indian Bombers, they take their namesake from the Essendon Football Club. They've been supported by the Bombers this afternoon, and they're looking very flash out there on the boundary, their coaching staff.
They are done in the colours of the black and the red.
So the Garudas, they've troubled the Bombers out of it there on the half-forward flank. Pack converges. The umpire's letting it go now, decides he'll go in and throw it up. But just having a look at the structures there by Indonesia, they've got 4 or 5 players just loose of the football about 30 metres off the play here. And if the Bombers are to clear it, they've probably got nowhere to go. The umpire's paid a free kick. It's gone the way of Indonesia on the outer side, and their tall ruckman has taken the free kick. It might be Ria. It goes long inside forward 50. The mark was dropped there by the Bombers' defence. They try and surge the ball forward using their power. Coming up there was Hellenbang. He gets a kick forward. Tap back into the field of play there by Fernandez. High up and under kick. Up they go. Trying to take the mark was Baig. He couldn't do so. The umpire's paid a free kick for a... looks like it may have been a leg or a trip. And it's going to go the way of the Indians there. And it looks like it might be Singh taking the free kick.
Singh goes looking in direction. Sharma was there. Also over the back was Salyam. Couldn't take clean possession. Be nice if they can bring the ball over this side a little bit.
Yeah, and it might make the cameraman's job a little bit easier.
Exactly.
But don't want to talk about ourselves too much, Dave, but we'd love it.
Tell me, the earlier game, there would have been a lot more on this side, was it?
No,
Breeze, or was it
all
again
that
all on the other side?
Yeah, we wish they had done the switch, but we didn't see it. Probably played in the hands of the Lions. Sri Lanka picking up their first win of the International Cup.
Yeah, congratulations to them. Here's a chance for Indonesia to go forward again. Mark was taken. The umpire said no play on the call. It was no 15 metres. For those that aren't sure, it's got to carry 15 metres, but Indonesia will get the free kick regardless. Two kicks
high
from goal. And trying to pick up that player might be Hermawan. So Hermawan is too far out, so leads up, but kick drops in short, and the mark taken by Fernandez.
So Fernandez, inside defensive 50 for the Bombers. He goes to the short option. India can build on the outer side. Long kick forward. It's a torpedo. Gets plenty of purchase on it, but it's all the Garudas waiting at ground level. Clearing it now is Franz. His hand pass missed its target. They've got plenty of speed, don't they, the Indonesians? They just can't get the football at the moment. Franz goes in, applies a tackle, but he's been penalised for a hold. And the free kick's going to go the way of the Indians. Looks like it's Turkey with the free kick. No, I was wrong. It's their captain, Chakraborty. If you don't know how to pronounce it, we've got Raj next to us.
That's a captain, is Sudeep Chakraborty.
Yeah, sounds very nice off your tongue.
The kick's a good one too, I must say.
Yeah, Indonesia started very well today. They are just a bombing, actually, like a bombing on a bombers.
Yeah.
The kick is not good, and I think it's gone out of bounds on the full. It'll be an Indonesia free kick. Back at half-back, umpire says you have to kick over the mark. So, first time they've got it forward of the centre for the Bombers, but they'll get a chance here. Going through there was Saxena, couldn't take it, turnover, favours Indonesia. Now they've got loose players in the middle, comes to Bundianto, who picks up, goes in short, the kick's a good one, and he finds the skipper there in Santoso.
So Santoso got one of his troubles in the back of the head, but plays on. Gets his kick away, bouncing football. The Bombers have some speed. Coming out of defence there is Singh. Gives it, don't argue, gets the ball up towards the half-forward line. Getting one high was Kuju. No free kick paid. Garudas have some space here on the outer side. Short pass finds Budanto. Comes onto his right boot. That's a nice pass. Oh, Santoso drops the mark, puts himself under some pressure. Gets the hand pass back there towards Benito. Oh, watch out. Strong tackle applied. And the umpire's paid it was too high. And, sorry, it's holding the football, I think. And it's going to be the Bombers with the free kick.
Goes up towards half forward. Mark not taken, spills to ground there. Ashraf was in best position, couldn't get it. It was cleared away there by Saputra, who kicks up towards half forward.
Our man, Raru.
And yes, he goes in short. I don't know that he completely meant it, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And they've got the mark, and they can go inside to full forward, where the kick just had too much on it. Should be out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in the left forward pocket. Kicking to, we call it the Melbourne City end, would we?
Yeah, the City end's fine. Yep, like it. So Buick, I think he looked up and saw the goals and decided to try and kick it as hard as he could, and it went off the side of the boot. So throw in. Doing the ruck work there with Shabati once again, but it's Garuda with the clearance. The kick around the body. Oh, the mark was nearly taken. Bombers have the numbers. They can clear it. Broadcast side of the ground. The long kick forward up towards centre wing. In the best position to mark was Prezebu. Couldn't do so. Running on to it. Ali's been brought to ground. And that's holding the footy. Strong work there by Lacha Parisa. And he's been rewarded the free kick. Probably too far out to score, you'd think, towards the City end.
Latta Paressa goes in. Didn't quite flush it as well as he likes. Still a chance, though. Breaks a tackle. They go forward again. Oh, he just hacks it off the ground. Almost got it all the way there. Was Wuru. Quick snap in towards goal, and they've got another one for the Garudas. Just trying to pick up that player. Might have been Zabua, or was it Abdullah? And Abdullah kicks the goal. And they get their third on the board.
The Garuda seems very energetic today.
So 3-2-20, Indonesia leading India yet to score. We've got 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. Division 2 semi-finals football.
You mentioned the India Bombers, of course. They've got ties with the Essendon Football Club. The great Kevin Sheedy's here watching them as we speak. So
fantastic.
On the side, they may need him to give him a quarter-time addressing as well.
Yeah, we know he's known for it. As the Garuda from their captain Chabrody, he picked it up and thought too quickly, he forgot to hand pass it, and Garuda will take the free kick through Haryanto. He goes high and long, inside forward 50, taking the front position there, and a great mark was a goal kicker, Abdullah. And too far out to score, you would think. Abdullah decides to go for a squaring pass.
Good kick.
But Ruru was there, front and square, couldn't take the mark. The ball spills the gear, but it's the Bombers who are going to clear it towards the outer side. Running away there is Malhotra, gets the ball up towards centre wing. Bouncing football. The big man, Alberta for Indonesia, tries to run onto it, but it goes out of bounds. There's a touch over 5 minutes remaining in this first term. Indonesia, 3-2-20, leading India yet to score. Division 2 semi-finals action here at Parkville.
So the winner to go through. The loser no more.
As far as I'm aware, yep, you've got me on the spot there. Thank you.
It's okay, we'll go with that. Looks like a knockout final.
It is, yep.
They'll go forward here again. Indonesia, they've started this game very well, as we've already mentioned. But this time it was Singh taking a good mark across half back.
You're right. There's grand finals on Friday, and then the actual official grand final between first and second will be played at the MCG in Etihad on Saturday the 19th as a lead into the AFL matches that weekend.
Fantastic. So the Bombers have the ball on the outer side. Centre wing. They kick up towards half forward. They're looking for their first inside 50. This time it goes over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in. Right on cue.
Yeah, he's arrived. Kevin Sheedy's here watching his Bombers.
And we'll have a boundary throw in. A good hit over the back if they've just got somebody there. Would be great. So I'd love to get this football inside 50. Just got to get one to settle the Bombers down. They've started very nervously. And the umpire will ball it up. As I said, just under 4 minutes remaining here in the opening term. They're working hard. Indonesia's speed's been outstanding and they're off again. This time they take a bounce, take a second, and then just sell a little bit of candy and they'll kick it long in towards full forward. Oh, almost a mark taken. Trying to go off the ground there was Woo. Couldn't get it, all of it. Oh, they hack it out of mid-air again. And he's just offline, but gee, they move the ball quickly from end to end. Through for a minor score, 3-3-21. India yet to score.
They're going to be careful, the Bombers, with that outside pace of the Garudas. Kick in, does well, finds Fernandez. He's been good for the Bombers so far this morning. Needs to find an option. They're not leading too hard for him, so he has to go short. Dangerous option there. Strong tackle applied by Sapruto. The umpire says play on. Kick forward now by Haryanto to the goal face. Up they go. And there's been a free kick for a push in the marking contest, I think against Abdullah. And the Bombers will clear it once again now. They're showing some dash outside defensive 50. It's good to see. He's gone with the torpedo. Probably didn't execute the way he wanted. There, the Indian defender in Singh. Taking a nice mark there was Benanto. Oh, it's going to pay a 25-metre penalty. Encroaching the mark, I think they're against Kajur.
Yeah, I thought it was actually okay because he didn't go through the mark. I thought you were allowed to follow your man around.
The umpires are definitely tight this morning in the semi-finals. So Benanto has the free kick, goes long. Who's there? The ball gets punched away. Oh, no, there's going to be a free kick. Chopping off the arms. No, yes it is. And taking the free kick is Rizutu Zabua. Their numbers are probably taking up half his body. He plays on... no, the umpire's brought him back over his mark.
Luckily so.
I like whoever's designed the Garuda's jumper. Makes it very easy for our broadcasters. My first game was black on green for the South Africans, which was very hard to see. But the red and white stands out, especially at night. And we're going to see Restu Zabua, who plays at Jakarta. So from the capital of Indonesia, Zabua wheels around to get the extra distance, but the ball comes off the side of the boot, unfortunately for him, and out of bounds on the full. 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. We're yet to see India score. Haven't really seen India take the ball forward of the centre circle in this first term. 21 points the margin for Garuda. I know that's the death pocket there for you, Hammer, so it won't cross here just yet. The ball comes out, trying to trap it there was Ali. Kicks the ball forward. They've got some numbers here, the Bombers, if they can work it out. Kahur does well, misses its target. Running onto a loose football, that was Haryanto, squaring past towards centre half forward.
And they'll maintain possession. They should get it inside 50 now. That player there putting boot to ball goes in towards full forward. Here's a chance. Umpire's found a free kick. Might have disadvantaged them slightly.
Maybe the International Cup next time could be played in Bali and we could go and enjoy some very
now
warm
you're talking
weather.
my language.
Some bintangs and some Kuta lifestyle. Might be a bit more warmer than Parkville in Melbourne this morning.
Absolutely. So it'll be the skipper, Santoso, to take the shot for Indonesia.
Looks confident.
He does. Very deliberate. He's 35 metres out, directly in front. As he starts his run up, twirls the ball around, comes in and kicks a goal. So well done for the skipper, Santoso.
So
right on the
that's a last-minute goal. That's a last-minute goal, we can say that.
Well, the Garudas just ran into each other and bumped and clashed there. They were trying to celebrate. They weren't watching when they were running.
They're running backwards.
They just ran into each other.
They're very excited.
They are. You can hear it in the FX mic. So at quarter time, it's the Indonesian Garudas 4-3-27, leading India yet to score. First quarter action here. And for Indonesia, the goal kickers was Herianto, our favourite already, Frankie Baruwu, and the captain Santoso, and also Abdullah. So 4-3-27 Indonesia. India yet to score. We'll take a short break here for quarter time and be back with the second quarter here as part of our International Cup coverage. Don't worry, I'm working through new radio, so pressing the mixers is something you have to do sometimes.
How's the coffee? Was he lying? How's the coffee? Was he lying?
You've got to line up half an hour to get. You've got to line up for half an hour to get one.
Yeah, that's the fucking problem.
He's only making two at a time. But yeah, it's alright.
Independence Day.
What's the one in Indonesia? They've got it like most windows. Yeah, I thought that was about
Don't heat them up around, are they? Heat them up with this cup. We got the different guys standing really great.
Well, yeah, no, this was the first game. Somebody not happy.
But in the first one, I'm
They're all coming out for one.
I'm participating and just
That's good. That's exactly what we want.
Just absorb it.
yeah, just only saying yeah.
No problem. That's good. Kicked one, the captain, and it was a good kick. It was a similar distance, about 35 metres out, pretty well directly in front. He didn't strike this one too well at all. Almost a mark taken there by India. The umpire said play on. And a quick snap around the body is off target through for a minor score. So 5-4. 34 now Indonesia. India yet to score. 13.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter.
To the Bombers, bring it out broadcast side of the ground where Sharma takes the mark. It might be actually Shah. I think it might be.
Shah it is. Yeah, that's the number that's come off.
Tarek Shah kicks it up. Disappointing kick there. Boy Parasu takes a nice mark, but the captain's, no, he's got it there. Boy Sabah kicks it up towards the half-forward line. Shabuki goes back but couldn't collect the football there for the Bombers. Garuda just hurried the kick forward. There's Raru, he couldn't get it out. It gets taken to ground. The kick around the body coming from Haidar, but it's been marked on the last line of defence there by the Bombers.
Through Selvum.
So Salvam now.
Hashimuthu.
Just pops
What's
it over the
happened
top towards Singh.
He's got a 25-metre penalty, I think. Oh, well, he's walking forward. He thinks he's... No, I'm confused.
Yep, sometimes it happens, unfortunately. The short pass towards Shah. Hits the ground running. Long penetrating kick up towards centre wing. Oh, flying into the side there was Franz. Couldn't complete the mark with his own roving Franz. Gets a hurried kick away up towards centre half forward. The mark's been taken nicely there by Hidayah.
Hidayah kicks in towards half forward. Had a player leading for him. That player was Pucha. Couldn't take it. Had support though. In Prasood. Prasood takes a bounce, gets around one, handballs inboard, that's okay. Here they go forward through Hariatu, in towards full forward, socket off the ground, will it be? No. Through for a minor score. So still doing all the scoring here, 5-5-35.
Manesh Hemrom is just struggling to get back to his feet there on centre wing for the Bombers, but he's up now, he's waving all the trainers away. That's great to see, he wants to stay out there. He's been told to come off. No, he's ignoring the advice of the trainers, Dave. It's good to see. So the Bombers bring it out again. Shah was the option. The ball floats over the top though towards Turkey. The no-look hand pass and looking to build on centre wing. Oh, flying a strong tackle there was Wehu Hidayah, and has been awarded the free kick for holding the football. Plenty of passion from both teams. Plenty of pushing and shoving, as we can see.
The young Bomber here, not very happy about being dragged either. He's not happy at all. Ball goes in towards full forward. Mark taken by the Bombers in the last line of defence, and they should be able to bring it out. Kick was not great, but it's got the desired effect, and they should be able to bring it out of defence. The drop punt up towards centre wing. Indonesia's got plenty of numbers around the ball. Free kick off the ball, I feel.
It was, yep. Holding on there.
Drove it forward, but it won't be his ball, I don't think.
No, it looks like it might be Septiardi. They've got a bit of a story for you while there's a break in play, and I know Kevin Sheedy, the Essendon legend, can actually hear me. I was a youngster listening to him talk about the prospect of spreading the game internationally. He must be very proud to see what we have here in the 2017 International Cup.
Absolutely, no doubt at all. So go forward again, this time through Saputro towards half forward, and their ball movement. And they can do the switch. They're doing everything at the moment, Indonesia. Now they bring it into the corridor. Beautiful kick. And a good bark taken by Septiardi.
Yep.
Septiardi, too far out the score, will go to the top of the square. High flyers are up. And that's what they love to do, and that's what we love to see. But it goes over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Saputuro just forgot about his own body then, just flew into the contest, third man in, and crashed the pack. But he's bounced straight back up. Courageous effort there in that marking contest. So tapping it down, the Garudas have a shot on goal. It was nice ruck work there by Putra, and I think that was our man Raruru having a shot on goal, just going to the wrong side of the post. So they're just chipping away at the scoreboard now. They go to 5-6-36. Indian Bombers yet to score. We have under 10 minutes to go in this second term.
We mentioned not a very tall side, or the player might have ran too far. The umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt. Just looking at that player, that was Singh, and he got it some good distance out of there too. He's cleared at 60 metres from where it was. Ran 20 and kicked at 40. And we'll have a boundary, in fact, no, we'll have a ball up on the outer side, pretty well close to centre wing. Got just under 9 minutes remaining here in the first half. It's all Indonesia at the moment. They're doing very well. They lead it by 35 points. India will get the free kick.
Out of bounds on the full. I think the umpire's paid it there.
Looks like it might be Turney with the ball. So Turney kicks towards half forward. High flyers are up. The skipper was one of them. Chakraborty.
One of the few things
and ball turned over. It'll go to Indonesia. In towards half forward again. Oh, almost the mark taken. On that occasion, it was by Septiardi. Gets it towards half forward. Ball spills off. It's a 50-50 ball in the middle of the ground. India get it forward. Might only be temporary. No, they're a chance here. They should be out. The kick will go in towards half forward. They all call each other out.
They
the
do.
Ball hits the ground.
Garudas, though, with their fleet foot, trying to get the ball outside defensive 50. Anton was brought to ground without the football. Looks like Sharma had gone in a little bit overzealous into the contest. There'll be the Garudas with the free kick. Bouncing ball, get the ball up towards centre wing now. The Bombers have the numbers, but they're slow to the contest. Running through there was Lachaprosio once again. With some options further afield, if he can hit his target. Running under the football, though, was the captain Santoso. Getting the kick clear there is Sudeep Chakrabarti, who actually works at the Essendon Football Club in his full-time capacity. But it's the Garudas repelling once again off the half-forward flank. Long kick up to forward 50. Ball gets soccered through. There could be a shot on goal here. The kick around the body coming from Santoso. The mark's been taken by Abdullah. He had the front position. That was strong use of his body. He's raked it in onto his chest, and he's going to line up now from just outside the goal square from only about 5 metres out on a 45-degree angle. This is for goal number 6. 7 minutes remaining in this second term. Division 2 semi-finals action here live from Parkville. You tune into the International Cup 2017. Abdullah has 2. He can make it 3. He's only point-blank range out. He's gone back. He's made the goal umpire work, but they're celebrating. That's his third. He's kicked 3 out of the 6 goals that go to 6-6-42. The Bombers yet to score. Raj, what can the Bombers do?
Yeah, Bombers, we can expect a great performance from the Bombers as well, because they are just training by the Ascendant Football Club. But when I just saw the Indonesian Garuda on the profile, they just defeated China in the final of AFL and the Asian Cup 2016. So Garuda's not just, we can say that there's not a small team, or they are very energetic actually.
Well, they're short in stature, but very big in
yeah. Their performance are very big.
their performance. Yeah, they certainly
Shorter and stronger.
Absolutely. But that's a great effort to defeat China.
Yeah.
As they go forward again, play with plenty of energy, as we've said numerous times. Lataparisa gets taken down, Lataparisa, and it'll be a free kick here to India on centre wing. They'll bring the ball back into the corridor. They've just got to try and get some run happening. That was okay. They fed off the handball. It'll come back there from Sharma in towards half forward. Ball spills over the back. Their numbers here for the Garudas. They've been really good across half back. Nothing's got past them, but this time it could be a chance for India to get a decent inside 50.
The one thing I've noticed about the Garudas compared to the Bombers is that the Garudas are getting more numbers around each contest.
Yeah.
So even when the Bombers get the football, they think they're in space, but they're getting closed down so quickly. This is good to see. An entry inside forward, 50. Oh, it's all, once again, the Garudas, and taking a nice mark there with Safturo. He plays on, breaks free, could take a bounce, but decides to kick it up towards centre wing. Crashing the pack there strongly was Singh. The umpire says play on. Chain of hand passes. Comes out now towards Alberta. Can he get his kick away? It was actually Haryanto on the outer side, but his kick was partially smothered. Going through once again, kicked as he was tackled, but nice work, Haryanto. The ball spills out now to Hamlerblang. Can he kick the ball forward? On the loose football, Sabua. Kick around the body, or waiting back there is the Indian defender in Sidhu. He gets the ball back out towards Shabrati. He tapped the ball into the path of his own teammate. That was good play, but they couldn't get it out of defensive, the half-back zone there. The Bombers have worked it up towards centre wing, taking a nice mark is Turkey. That's T-I-R, not T-U-R. He kicks it high and long to centre half forward. Oh, taking his player down there was Hemrom.
Oh, bandage would have been handy. Oh,
no, it's going to go the way of the Garudas.
Sorry.
That's all right. And they're even desperate to try and get their kick.
We're trying. I'm trying.
No, you're doing a fantastic job, Dave. Don't be too harsh on yourself. And taking a nice mark there was Lataparusa. Kick hand pass to Haryanto on centre wing.
He moves it quickly. Oh! Play a coat hanger, the old-fashioned coat hanger down there was Pasari Abu, and he'll get the free kick.
Got to be careful, don't you, big man versus small man in those ground contests.
And there's plenty of those, so he gets it inside 50. India should clear. They'll get it towards centre wing.
Nice mark.
And Haryanto takes the mark and goes with that left foot again. Drives it inside 50. Players stand underneath the football. No one could get it. Going through there was Ashta. And the ball goes over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in. Left forward pocket. 41 plays 0. We've got just on 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter of the knockout final. It is the India Bombers versus the Indonesia Garudas. Ball to be thrown back into play. India's got numbers this time. Barra, Roshan Barra, tries to bring it out of defence. Couldn't do so, and the ball goes over the line. We'll have a boundary throw-in once again. So, 41-0, 2.5 minutes remaining. Umpire throws it in. This time doing the ruck work was Putra. India clear it though. They get it almost towards centre wing. Plenty of numbers around the football. Plenty of energy. The umpire will find a free kick and will go Indonesia's way. They're too quick, just getting their bodies in front every time. And India just falling over them.
So Daya has the free kick. He's going back to have a shot on goal. To be kicking this from 55, you would think he might be just going towards the hot spot. It's a long kick forward. Shabrodi was there for the Bombers, gets a punch away. Front and square with the Garudas. Socketed it out. It's going to be a foot race. Running back onto the football there was Saprucho. Another entry inside forward 50. Flick hand pass back out towards Raruru. He couldn't collect the football. It's pretty hot in there at the moment. Rabancini goes in there for the Bombers, plies his body but couldn't get the disposal away. Sapturo has plenty of it. They've worked it all the way up towards a shot on goal. The kick was partially affected by the tackle, but coming through was the captain in Santoso, and he's kicked it from only 30 metres out. It's gone directly and through. That's his second, and it's Indonesian 7th. They go to 7-6-48. Leading the Bombers yet to score. Having a look at their performances in the International Cup so far, the Garudas. They defeated Sri Lanka by 29 points in Pool A. Then they went down by 69 points against Croatia out there at Eltham College. So obviously Croatia will be a team to watch here in the Division 2 finals. They also, you mentioned earlier, Raj, they played China, but they went down by 67 points in that contest. So some up and down performances so far by the Garudas.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So they've beaten China.
In the
2016
and then lost to them by
in the
11
finals
goals as well.
2 points, yeah.
Okay. That's very interesting. They'll go forward again. Handball inboard is a good one. Here's a chance for the ruckman. I can't call him a giant ruckman. Alberta gets it in towards full forward. And Waruru takes the mark from point-blank range, and he'll go back and kick his second goal.
Well, I can say Alberta is the tallest 175-centimetre man I've seen, but he's actually got 14 centimetres against most of his teammates, so he's probably going to look big out there.
Well, he is the ruckman.
He is.
So, what is it, 175?
175.
That's brilliant. Ruckman. So, as we mentioned, Waruru. Oh, I don't think... Has he scored?
One behind.
Okay. 1 goal, 1. Kicked the opening goal of the match and now kicks a point right on half-time. 7-6-48 here at half-time at the Western Oval Royal Park. To India yet to score. We might take a very quick break and we'll come back with the second half.
Yeah. At the moment, we can say that the India's coaches need to be more and to boost up their player or tell them some energetic things or some very, we can say, the defensive techniques so they can defend the Garudas.
Well, we'll take a break here at halftime. It is Indonesia. I've got it at 7-7-49. We'll get that confirmed at halftime. We'll take a short break here. Division 2 semi-finals in the International Cup 2017.
This one.
Yeah, mate, go for it. Yeah, we've got probably 10 minutes.
Yes.
You've got the umpires' rooms, but they kicked me out of there when I went this morning, so you might have to go down to...
Oh, did they? That's where I went before.
Oh, did they let you in?
Oh, well, I didn't actually ask anybody.
So if you need to go, try and sneak. There's a room just there. Try and sneak in there, mate.
Actually, might even work. Yeah, I think we love
There we go. Take.
अभी जाओ जाओ No, no, no. वो तेरी शादी तो होली ले पकड़ ऐसी कोई शिट है
See you guys. See you around, mate. Take it easy.
Sorry? Maybe it's in it. And then you're like, please
You know you got PNG Pakistan. Alright, I'll leave you to it.
So you're not used to it. Do you live here though? I'm from Newport, in the western suburbs. Yeah, I work today.
What the script is so nice there, but
So the southern is good. We've got a caravan now?
Yeah, he was showing me.
Yeah, fantastic.
We've got a Mercedes-Benz van that's all decked out. So we can just pull up and broadcast them anywhere.
What, inside the van?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's got a bench with got 3 commentators and a tech person.
Turn the engine on and...
We've got a heater. With actual proper heater. So we've got it all. But the heater sits right above the commentator's head. So you get that kind of kickback, yeah. So, are you calling the game at 2 o'clock? So then we're going to be together for... This was the old one,
The next game here. Next game here, please.
And we're back after half time here.
I'm here and I don't get it.
Plenty of voice in both camps. The Indians were screaming at each other for improved performance in their second half. They get to score. Indonesia have done all the attacking in the first half. They lead 7-7-49. Their captain Santoso has 2, and Abdullah is the man in the goal square for the Garudas. He's kicked 3. And it's going to be a tough ask, you'd think, Raj, for India to get back into the contest.
Yeah, India's the faces of the Indian team players seems very cheerful and very boost-up. They are just red his faces, and now they are just doing an angry mood, I think. So.
It's Kane Pollard and also Dave Hampton joining us here. What is it?
Thanks, Kane. They're one short in the middle here, Indonesia, but a player is down for...
Is he doing stretches or
is he doing stretches? But Indonesia's only got 3 at the centre bounce. So I think something's happened.
France has been told to get on there. Oh, it all happens at the international cup level.
You saw France is running into the middle now as we speak, I think. And in he goes. So we'll start the second half. This time doing the ruck work is Bala. Got it out there for Indonesia. India haven't had too many centre clearances, but they'll get this one. They'll get it forward. Numbers, though, favour Indonesia. They should be able to kick forward through Santoso. The skipper gets it towards half forward. Player taken down as he got rid of it there for India. Now same player kicks it off the ground. Ball comes back. Santoso kicks in towards full forward. The ball's going to get out the back, is it? No, not quite. Umpire's found a free kick, and it's going to go to the Garudas. Indonesia will take a shot from 20 metres out directly in front. Wasn't sure what that was for. I don't know if you do, Kane.
No, I think Maruru may have been held on to outside the contest, and the umpire was on that side and saw it quite clearly.
So Frankie Wawuru looking for his second goal. Oh, feeds it off by hand. A quick shot in towards goal is offline. And that was to Haryanto, and he kicks behind. He too has 1 goal, 1.
Very unselfish.
Very unselfish. Thought he was in range.
Lots of players are exchanged in the Indian team after the half time, so there are lots of players that they're replaced by someone.
Now Singh has had to go back into the trees. It'll be a good 10-15 metres outside the field of play to get the football. And I don't know what that person's doing with the camera in his hand. Maybe he could have gone to help the team and gone and got the footy, but Singh will do it himself. He does, plays on, goes for the short option. Through the hands there of Pranjit Singh. And the umpire's paid a free kick for too high. Getting penalised there was Ashit Kajur. And lining up with the free kick, looks like it might be Gua. Gone with the hand pass. They've had a shot on goal. That one coming through the wrong side of the post and out of bounds on the full. The kick by Hidayah. So Garuda. Disappointing with their shot on goal. And Singh goes short. Taking a nice mark there was Aind. So Gulab, Aind, tries to find a teammate there in Sharma. The ball gets punched away. Garuda shoot the hand pass into a dangerous position for the Indian defence. The ball comes out there towards Prutre. He got bumped off the football. Going on to it is Santoso. Santoso collects. He kicks around the body but didn't quite get the turn on it that he was looking for, and it goes out of bounds on the full. We have gone close to 3 minutes in this third term, and it's only been the 1 point. So it's 7-8-50 Indonesia, leading India yet to score. Oh, he's finally decided to go get the football. Good on you, camera boy. It's going to make Singh's job a bit easier. Might do a groin or something climbing over the deep fences here at Western Oval.
Not a great pass. I think he had to go further to get the ball. It might have been easier to jump the fence. As the ball comes.
Maybe a talented photographer, but not footballer, Dave.
Could well be. Singh plays on again. Runs his full distance. Kicks up towards half-back. But Alberta takes the mark for Indonesia. Feeds it off quickly by hand. That's okay. Got it over there to Haryanto, who's turned the football over. Singh should take it again, and he'll go up towards half-back where the mark is taken there by Sidhu.
So Sidhu has it. Left-hand half-forward, left-hand side half-forward flank. Kick up. Getting bumped off the football there was Alberta. This is better play by the Bombers. They get up towards centre wing. It's a one-on-one contest. The mark wasn't taken. Front and square though was Brescia. Kicks the ball forward up to a vacant centre half forward. Well, showing some pace there. The Garuda defence, but a strong tackle applied there by Sharma. He was a sitting duck there, Tanto. And it's a Kishore. Got the free kick. Decides to go short. Rain's starting to arrive here at Western Oval. He's appealing for the extra few yards there. He might need it, Turkey. So Mahesh Turkey.
Oh, he's turned his back on play, Turkey, so he thinks he might get the full measure.
Plays with a jerk.
I wouldn't have thought so.
So Mahesh Turkey from 40 metres out. Gets good purchase on it, but won't make the distance. Flying attempt. The mark was dropped there by Sevlam. Close to the goal face. Garuda's dive on top of the football. The umpire says play on. They'll try and clear it again. Sweeping hand pass comes out now towards Hedaya. Breaks the tackle. Kicks the ball up towards centre wing. Bouncing football there. Running onto it. There was Septuro.
Septuro brings the ball back in towards the corridor. In towards the centre of the ground. He's got players in support. Haryanto swings around. They get it towards half forward now. For Indonesia, it'll be a foot race. Trying to work it there towards the line was Putra, and he'll see it over, and we'll have a boundary throw in. 12 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
It's weird, we've got the first blue sky of the morning on the outer wing, but
with
rain here on the broadcast side of the ground. No wonder not using this broadcast side too often.
Ball to be thrown back in. Neither ruckman got it out. Oh, it must be a free kick. And it'll come to Haryanto. These two kicks from goal. Haryanto been very good this afternoon. His kicks are beauty as well. And he finds the skipper in Santosa, who's already kicked a couple of goals. Santoso, I should say.
Well, if it wasn't hard enough, the cameraman with the biggest umbrella this side of the ground is standing right in front of our broadcast position.
So Santoso, I might have to stand up for this one. Can take the shot. He's 25 metres out from goal, 45-degree angle. He starts his run up. He hasn't made the distance. Ball stays in play though. Still a chance here for Indonesia. Ball comes off hands and it goes over the boundary line for a throw-in, deep in the forward pocket. The score is 50 to Indonesia and 0 to India.
I guess what we can see this morning is a developing football nation in India taking on some experienced footballers, I think, for the Garudas. Or the Garudas, I should say. Singh breaks away, takes a bounce, has no option further afield. So as he slips over, gets his hand pass away. Looking for Pranjit Singh, close to the boundary line. Players dive on top of the football. And it's going to be thrown in once again, 60 metres around from Garuda's attacking end.
Question without notice, Kane and Raj. Is this India's first International Cup.
Yeah, we can say that's the first international cup in footy. So India is doing well in cricket and as well as in hockey, but now it's time to just doing well in this football club.
They were ranked 18th in 2014.
Yeah.
So they've obviously improved enough to get into the International Cup ratings for this competition.
Yeah.
Fantastic experience.
I noticed some teams in the International Cup that are I guess achieving more with players that are based in Australia. You think with a big Indian population in Melbourne, they'll be getting the football in their hands rather than the cricket balls and try and get some to come and play footy.
When you probably get to third and fourth generation,
Yeah,
definitely.
they'll definitely come through.
Definitely, they learn some new games and just playing some new games and just make interest in some this Australian football game.
Correct, absolutely spot on. Ball still at centre wing. Umpire will ball it up.
It's a big market to tap into, isn't it? The Indian.
Well, no wonder
sporting
Kevin
market.
Sheedy and the
Yeah.
Bombers are interested in it
definitely.
because
Third
you're
biggest
right.
economy in the world, and they love their sport.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You've touched on hockey. They've been
Yeah.
fantastic at hockey for a number of years. And
If we see the statistics of the Sudeep Chakraborty, the captain of Indian team, he's associated with the Sandon Club from 2011. So nearly from the 2011, he is just attached with this Australian football club.
There's a bit of push and shoving happening on the outer side. There's an Indian player who's gone down. There was a free kick out of the contest, getting out the way of the Bombers. Players finally spread out, so Pranchant Singh will take the free kick. Defensive side of centre wing. Kicks it up nicely. Good mark on the chest there by Sharma. Bit more stagnant, aren't they, the Bombers? When Garuda get it, they're looking to run. So Sharma goes up to centre half forward and taking the front position there and taking a nice mark. Is that Akhtar? Comes onto his right boot. That's a nice pass.
Oh,
Players
lovely.
inside forward 50 and they find Singh. Pranjit Singh, who's from the Barrett Bombers, representing his country here. The Soldiers loose manning up by the Garuda's defenders. And rather than having a shot on goal, Singh has gone to a closer option there and taking a nice mark was that Maratha?
Malhotra?
Yeah.
Malhotra?
I like that, Dave. You're getting into the
There's a Malhotra. Akash Malhotra.
yes.
Malhotra.
Okay.
They've been a lot better this term, though, haven't they?
They have. And this will be rewarding, wouldn't it? They go back and kick the goal here. Akash Maratha from only 30 metres. That looks good off the boot. It's got their first goal for
Yes.
semi-finals. Fantastic effort there by the Bombers. Just reward to some hard effort. And Maratha gets his first goal, India's first goal, and they reduce the margin to 44 points. Indonesia 7-8-50, leading India 1-6. We have just a touch over 7 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Interestingly, he's one of the few players without a listed club that
Yep.
so may not play. Is that what that would mean? May not?
Yeah, that's where he's not associated with
That was
some
a
club.
lovely kick, though. That was my point.
Yeah, definitely.
So
No problem from 35.
yeah, earlier I said that some of the people are just players are just new to this game. So that's why they are not associated with some clubs. So they are new to this game.
It's interesting to note, looking at some history of the Indian football side, they're actually not formalised in the AFL Asia, so still some room there to improve, definitely with more opportunity playing football in Asia.
Yeah. Obviously, if we give them an opportunity, so they can do some well and learn some well.
So the kick out of the fence there by the Bombers, close towards the boundary side. Oh, plenty of run. That's great to see. Nice kick forward there by Sidhu. The mark was taken nicely by Barra. This is a good passage of play here by the Bombers. You can feel the intensity lifting. So Barra, too far out to score, goes into the pocket, looking for a marking option there. They have the front position, but nice defensive punch away there by the Indonesian defence. They haven't seen a lot of it today. And that was nice work there by Hemrawan. Sorry, that was actually Parazubu, and the ball's going to be thrown in just 25 metres around from Indians' attacking end.
They lead this third term. They've kicked one goal. They've kept the Garudas to just the one behind. So fantastic start, and they've got the free kick.
They're getting first to the football now.
Absolutely. The rain's come and they've looked a different side.
Yep, definitely.
So the kick will come from Shea.
No,
No one on the mark, so he's very quick to say, I'm off and running. He gets it all the way to full forward. Almost the mark taken, but just couldn't complete it. And it's through for a minor score. So 1 goal, 1-7 now for India. The Bombers, they trail the Garudas 7-8-50. But as we've already touched on, much better term here for the Bombers. They're looking a lot better. They can lock it into this forward and get another goal. Who knows? Good mark taken there. However, by young France.
France goes over the top with a short pass to Santoso. Oh,
not required distance.
Couldn't quite take the mark in a high tackle there by Barrett, but the umpire was blindsided. Headlock manoeuvre there, but the ball's going to be thrown up on the half-forward flank here for the Bombers. The last 10 minutes of this game has been all this. No one doing the ruck work there, so a big slap forward by Alberta. But it's been turned over. Kick around the body coming from Ashoka. Mark dropped, but it should have been taken there by Hemrom. There's still a chance, though, here the Bombers trying to push the ball forward. Short little hand passes. Not a lot of space to try and find a clean disposal.
Got a free kick.
And the umpire's paid a free kick. Was that for a hold? It must have been.
Yes.
And lining up for a shot on goal is Hemrom. He was a player who didn't want to come off the ground in that second term after
That's correct.
getting a high knock, and he's got the Bombers socks pulling up.
He thinks he's a chance as well. He's got to kick it all to 40 metres, I think.
Reduce the margin to 37 points. No, he's gone right hand. Finds a teammate, Ashoka. Ashoka has a shot on goal. They compete on the goal line, but punching it through there was Hemlabang. And that's another score. We'll take anything at the moment if you're an Indian fan. 1-2-8, 42 points behind Indonesia. 3.5 minutes to go, Dave.
Raj,
So they are just
they've got a real taste for it now, India, haven't
Yeah,
they?
now they're just we can just warm up.
Yeah, they've warmed up okay. The kick in, it's a very high up and under.
So now
Should
they're
favour
just
India.
warming
They've
up.
got numbers. They'll bring it back inside. Can they
Yeah.
get the mark? Almost. Not quite. They've still got a chance, though, deep into the pocket. And the umpire's found a free kick, and it's going to go India's way.
I think Anton
I've got to
just
think
slipped in the
it's-
tackle.
So
there.
that's
Might be Selvum.
That's a football. Sometimes we can never say that. What's happening in the next quarter? Like it's not a big deal, a big lead. We can say that if they're playing with the same speed, like they scored 2 goals in 1 quarter, so they can easily achieve that
It's a
goal.
wonderful thing,
Isn't it?
It just grows faster than anything.
Interestingly, this ball might have to come back, because the player kicked in from Indonesia from the, as though it was a point, but it was out of bounds on the full.
Yep.
Because he kicked into the point post on the full. So
Parasar Ribu.
for those that aren't sure on the rules, if it hits the small post on the full, it's a free kick to the opposition and no score.
We've got plenty of players broadcast side of the ground. The Garudas have gone quiet in this third term. The short pass, Mark dropped. Coming through there was Kujur. He couldn't keep the ball in the field of play. And we're going to see it thrown in. Still inside the attacking 50 for India. They trail by 42 points, but enough time on the clock to get a score. Doing the ruck work there was Ashaf. Goes in a second time, applies the tackle, but the Garudas cleared it. It's a high up and under kick. Alberta will fly. Alberta tried to mark, couldn't do so. The ball spills down to Haryanto. He was beaten to the contest. Alberta goes back in there for the Garudas. Getting tackled was Franz. Chabrody goes in and applies a strong tackle. But young Franz, who started the third quarter on the bench before being moved straight into the centre, with the man at the bottom of the pack. A minute 47 to go in this third term.
So 1-2-8, plays 7-8-50, favour of Indonesia. But India have had the better term. They've managed all their score in this quarter. Indonesia will go forward though, up towards half forward, and that's better. India with Singh behind the play there. In fact, it was Selvum, I should say. Selvum brings it out towards our commentary side of the ground. Now, Indonesia have got numbers. They can keep the ball alive, but India do really well. They harass them out off the football, and they keep it alive. Good left-handed handball there. Tries to keep it going. Going through there was Lataparusa. Handball over the top towards the boundary. Comes back to Lataparusa. Feeds off the handball again. They try and keep it alive. This time through France. France gets it further on. They'll get out of trouble through Haryanto, but India might come straight back. They've got players in the corridor.
And the 1-2 back towards Ashoka. This is good build-up. The 45 seconds to go. Long kick forward. They fly. No mark taken. Doing the roving there was Kujura. Gets tackled. Gets the hand pass away. Through the defence are under some pressure to try and keep the ball in, or pack forms. And we're going to see the ball thrown up. Some interesting fireworks just in front of us here on the bench. Players getting told to get off the ground when they don't want to. There's been a free kick paid. Taking the free kick is, I think it might be a sheep. It might be Saga Ashoka. He's done the Matthew Lloyd. He's spent too much time at the Essendon Bombers. He's thrown the grass in the air. With 5 seconds left, this will be our last play of the quarter from 50 metres out. Ashoka's gone long, very long. They compete. The mark wasn't taken, and unfortunately for the Bombers, the siren has gone. 42 points the margin with a quarter to go. And this is Division 2 semi-finals football. Kane Pollard, David Hampton, and also Raj Singh Radwara. Better quarter that we saw, Raj.
Yeah, that's a quarter. We can say that that's a good quarter for the Indian team, so they can score well in this quarter. The thing is, which I observe in this match, and even with the team, so sometimes some games are new to some countries or some teams. So first of all, they need some good coaches for learning the game. So the coaches are also new to this game or having less experience in this game. So these things we can resolve by the time. We can say that with the experience or with the time, these teams can easily score in this club.
Yasser Hussain, the coach, of course, of the Bombers.
He is. We'll take a short break here for three-quarter time and be back shortly for the massive final quarter with Indonesia leading by 42 points.
Yeah.
You're not standing up. That means you're chasing your kick and leaving the man alone. How can they kick to an unfair? Whose man is it? Where's my man? Remember what we always say? Turn the ball over. First of all, where's my man? Prepare! Yeah! Right! Sure! Because you let them in. One boys! One boys! One more!
Passionate speech there by the coach, Boy Parazubu, who I think's actually number one, their actual player, because he just brought the Chargers in at three-quarter time and absolutely gave it to them. I don't know exactly what was said, but it was passionate. And then they've got some assistant coaches there as well. Barry Anderson also coming in with his own instructions. But they weren't happy with their third quarter Indonesia.
No.
They were too loose in defence. But that can sometimes come down to the improved, performance of their opposition. And what we saw from India in that third quarter has been absolutely fantastic. And as Raj was asking me in the first game, what can these teams do to build on? I think there's plenty of prospects there for the Indian side going forward. And can't wait for them to participate again in 2020. Kane Pollard, Dave Hampton, also Raj in the broadcast position.
We'll start the final term. India almost got the first kick out of there. It was a great smother, you heard. It was by Singh. They go forward again, though. They'd love to finish this game off well. As we heard, they were very good in the third term, outscoring the Indonesia Garudas, and they've got it towards half forward where the umpire allows play to continue. Handball there came over the top. It was by Zabua. Zabua now gets it towards the middle of the ground. Now they've got numbers here, but India do well. They just soccer it off the ground. On that occasion, it was by Singh. Got it towards centre wing. Ball spills out the back. Indonesia have got numbers. They should be able to clear with the chain of handballs. Comes back to Alberta, and Alberta's kick gets it towards half forward.
They're moving it with numbers here, Garuda. Long kick coming from Sapturo. Inside forward, 50. Oh, the mark nearly taken there by Mohammed. Goes back in a second time. Drives on top of the football. Seems to be a sore Indian player down there in Selvum, but he's back to his feet now. You can see some real height differences in that forward 50. Aru's about on the shoelaces of his opposition at the moment. Throw up, and being penalised there is the Garuda, so it's going to be turned over. A free kick on the way of the Indian Bombers. I noticed fitness was an issue in our first game. The last quarter was very slow compared to what we saw, but the Bombers move it towards the outer side. Flying high and taking a nice mark there with Sapturo. Takes a bounce, runs the 40, kicks it very long. There could be an option. The captain Santoso's caught out of position, picks up the football but couldn't get any purchase on it. Diving on top of it, the ball's been thrown out. I think the umpire was blindsided there. We'll let that one go through for a behind. Definitely wasn't a hand.
Might have just been polite.
Yeah, maybe he just rewarded the effort.
Reward for effort, that's it. Good racehorse, that one.
Yeah, well, definitely.
Ball to come back in. 51 plays 8. Start of the last quarter. We tried to go with a torpedo. Got plenty of purchase on that kick. It went a long way. Got it well out of the danger zone. Kick though by Hermawan in towards half forward again. Indonesia have still got numbers around the ball. They go with a shot in towards full forward. Best position, not quite completing the mark. There was Abdullah. But is it going to be a free kick to Abdullah for a push? And he can go back and kick goal number 4. So he's been outstanding. 3 goals so far.
Probably wouldn't have too many more possessions than the 3, I wouldn't have thought.
Well, if you can finish like that, a great conversion.
It is great.
So Abdullah for goal number 4. And to really ice the game, comes in and he kicks into the man on the mark. So well done there by the Indians, and they'll bring it out of defence. Good stuff. They'll get it towards centre wing where they've got a problem. They've got about 6 under 1, and the 6 will win out. And the mark that time was taken by Halamabang.
The kick towards centre half forward.
Shepherd out.
Sapturo took
India
the mark,
free kick.
but it is going to be an Indian.
Oh, that's got to be 25 metres.
An Indian free kick. Appealing for the 25 metres there was Singh. Seeing so much more run in this second half by the Bombers. Singh's 1-2, working out nicely by the Bombers. They get the kick forward. Caught at the back though was their forward. No mark
play on.
Baig. Strong tackle applied there by Baig, and the umpires rewarded him for holding the football. He wasn't sure. So it's not Baig, it's Kalia.
I'm confused. I think the umpire's confused himself as well. It's going to be...
He's changed his decision.
I think he was trying to say he slung him out of the way, but his arm went the wrong way.
Don't see that too often for listeners, for viewers overseas. The umpire changing his decision. Ria has the ball on centre wing, but couldn't clearly get it away. Hand pass comes out now towards Turkey. Shows the Candy, takes the bounce. You can take a second bounce. No, sweeping hand pass over the top towards Singh. They've worked this nicely on the outer side. Squaring past. They need a mark, or flying into the side there was Pranjit Singh. Couldn't complete the mark. Getting tackled.
Holding the ball.
Getting tackled and penalised there was Kajur. And it will be a free kick going the way of... it was Kajur applying the tackle. No, Shamat Sharma. Third time lucky, Dave. He plays on, improves the angle, has a shot on goal, looks good off the boot, but goes across the face. The Garudas have the numbers. Boy Sapruso gets tackled. Long kick up, coming up to crush the pack with Santoso. Couldn't make any connection to it. Strong tackle applied there by Pruzoro. And the umpire's going to ball it up on the half-forward flank. At the bottom of the pack there was Ashkoa. And they trail now by 43 points. 12 and a half minutes to go in this final term.
Umpire throws the ball in the air. No one really got a hit out. Ball was taken away there by Indonesia, but chopping it off to take the mark was Malhotra. Malhotra for India, can kick him inside 50. Kicks pretty good. Gets it a long way towards goal. Now they've got numbers out the back. Can it sit for them? If it can, they can get an easy goal. Couldn't quite keep his feet at the last second. Quick kick came out of defence. Mark almost taken there. The umpire says play on's a call.
Wild
Indonesia,
kick.
Garuda, they've got numbers everywhere. Now the umpire's found a free kick off the ball.
Yeah, Turkey went with a high kick and then it's on. He made contact with the Indonesian player and he reacted in a way that might see someone get sent off here. We saw it for a lot less in the first game.
So play was dragged off the football, I thought I saw.
Turkey,
With that.
Yeah. There's still an Indonesian player down after that. There's some big bodies in that Indian lineup. Probably have the weight advantage as well in the contest, you would think. We're looking at some of the boys. Is it going to be a free kick? There's a trainer
Not
involved
sure
as well.
what's happened here. There's a card coming. I've got a funny feeling
Is it Bay getting
it's
sent
going to
off?
be Kalaya. Abi Kalaya from India might be sent off. Yeah. Might be.
I think there's some warm aggressions, we can say that, between the players, because at the stage the match is just
No, they
on
go
the turning point, we can say that.
Is that the second one? Two yellow cards there for the Indian Bombers.
Okay. So they can bring.
I don't think they can replace the
No,
yellow
they're
card.
not replaceable.
So they're two men down.
Turkey's one as well.
So back with the play. Garudas are breaking free here. The captain Santoso gets the Garudas here, long kick inside forward 50. Raruru's been brought down. No free kick was paid, and the Bombers have just rushed it through for a behind. So 7-10-52 Indonesia. The Bombers stuck on their three-quarter time score of 1-8. Turkey was one player that was sent off. And
I haven't got the other player, 26.
no. We called him a couple of times. Probably called him wrong, but doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And looks like the kick in. The Bombers have over encroached the line, so the ball's going to be thrown up. Very dangerous position here for the Bombers, but a big punch out of that rucking contest and it goes out of bounds.
It's a German side come through.
I think I've got to broadcast them sometime this morning. Some big units there, part of the
Yes.
German lineup. The disappointment on the Indian bench. They're two players down and 42 points behind. As Santoso does the roving out of the ruck contest, has kicked a nice goal. That's his third. And they go to 8-10-58 out to back to their 50-point lead. And we've got 9 minutes to go in this final turn, Dave. Raj, what did you think? It's a bit of an interesting atmosphere now after what we saw a few moments ago.
We can say that in the last match, the Pakistan and Sri Lanka, that match was a very tough defying the match. But this match, it seems to be one-sided now.
18 scoring shots to 3. I guess Indonesia probably could be further in front if they'd have capitalised on all their opportunities, but really been impressed the way the Bombers have stuck at it.
Back in the middle they go. Indonesia will go forward again. This time through Zabua. Zabua gets it towards half forward. They should go forward again. They will. They've got a one-on-one inside the goals. Ball spills out the back. Here's a chance for Putra. Kicking towards goal. I thought I heard a whistle, but I didn't.
Maybe in the other field.
It might have been. And the umpire will come in and ball it. In fact, we'll have a throw-in, left forward pocket. So 8 minutes remaining here in this match, and it will be the Indonesian Garudas will go through to
the finals on Friday.
The grand final or this preliminary final?
Oh, there's
I'll leave that for you to have a look as the umpire will ball it up.
It's a second stage. They're calling it grand final day, but it's 7 versus 8, 5th versus 6th, and 3rd versus 4th, all here on Friday. So Only the top 2 teams of each division will go through and play in the official grand final next Saturday afternoon.
Ball comes towards centre wing. India do well. They've got it long way out of defence. There are a couple of players short, so they're going to have a lot of trouble getting it forward. There's Pasarubu, boy, the coach, the playing coach there. And quite possibly the tallest player. He's listed at 185 centimetres, the Indonesian coach, and I didn't think there was anybody out there 185. Maybe he's doing his own work there, filling it in. Ball there for India, coming out there to Singh. They get it forward. Here's a chance. Open goal beckons. A kick around the corner and he's put it through. Oh, brilliant stuff. India get their second goal of the game. I'm just trying to pick up that player. Well, that's what I had. That's who I thought it was. It was Singh. If it wasn't, it was Selvum. Because the 3 and the 8 look very, very similar.
Well, Selvum's on the last line.
Okay, well, it's got to be Singh.
So Singh, the second goal kicker this morning for India.
They move on to 2-2-14. Indonesia 8-10-58. We've got just over 6 minutes here remaining in this match. But a really great goal there, Raj, against the flow of play with just 16 players on the ground, a couple short.
Yeah, that's we can say that even now just a 5 minutes game is remaining, and some of viewers from our YouTube, they are also commenting but on our live streaming.
Oh, really?
So I'm just reading the comments.
But do you want to give a quick shout out to Raj?
Yeah, they are just predicting. We can say some of the viewers are just predicting the match will be twisted in the last minute, so we can say that.
Very wishful thinking.
The long kick there by the Garudas, taking a nice
one.
Was Selvum. Gets the ball up towards centre wing. Punch forward there by Kalia. They've got some numbers around the contest here. Maruthra goes back towards centre wing. They've gone forward to go back. And the Indonesians have gone in and wrapped that play up on centre wing. Still some talk on the field. Plenty of activity happening on both benches as the ball gets thrown up. Goes towards the boundary line. Out of bounds on the full. So India will take the free kick. Players not really running towards position now. Some tired legs out there. It's their 4th game in about 10 days or so for some of these players. So it's been a hard slog, the International Cup, but they're enjoying it. As the Garuda clear it again now through header up. Gets the ball up towards centre half forward. Missing the opportunity there was Abdullah. The Bombers try to go by hand. Turned over. Alberta runs through. Finds himself in space. Long kick forward. Maru tries to use his little frame there in the marking contest against Aid.
He's got a problem now. It'll be dropping the ball, but I thought he marked it.
Yeah, he did. And Aid did very well just to continue putting pressure on him. Brought him to ground. And he's going to line up to have a shot on goal. Maru, he's kicked one. He kicked the first goal of the match. In front of the scoreboard. No, he's gone by hand towards Santoso. Santoso has a shot on goal, and Santoso hasn't missed. Great teamwork there by Garuda. Santoso's kicked his 4th goal of the match, and they go out to back to a 50-point lead, 9-10-64.
And we can say that Santoso is a captain, so captain is always special. Yeah.
4 goals for him.
Yep, the boy from Borneo doing well. 7 goals between him and Abdullah. Shows their dominance inside forward 50 today. Final 3.5 minutes to go. We'd like to see the Bombers get one more goal.
Certainly would. They'll get their chance. So we're back in the middle again. It'll be Indonesia to go forward again. They get the clearing ball out there. That come from Adipasud.
Nice mark.
Kicks up towards half forward, but you heard it. And Gagwad takes a good mark. His kick wasn't so good though. Looks like he's turned it over. It'll come to Letaparusa, who kicks in towards the middle. Feeds it back by hand. Bara, what's happened? He's got a free kick. He was slung to Bara as he tried to kick the ball. Amma Roshan Bara. And he'll take the free kick. Wants to give it off by hand. He does. Play was a little bit stagnant, but it'll work out okay. They'll get it up towards half forward. Oh, great mark. They're taken by Karambi Singh. And now he's been called to play on. He's got a problem, so he kicks into the man on the mark. He might have to go back and get his own football, Singh. He will. But the umpire's found a free kick. He's holding off the ball. And poor fella there, Gakwat, caught one in the back of the head, the football, for his trouble. If giving up the free kick wasn't bad enough, got a football in the back of his head. They switch play and go across the face of goals. That's okay. Got a teammate out there in Halambang. Kicks towards centre wing. They've got numbers now. If they can get it forward, they can. Handball.
Last 2 minutes are remaining.
Okay. Septiati gets it in towards centre half forward. Here's a chance. Over the back. Oh, taken down. Must get the free kick. Waruru
Is
will
that
take the free
holding
kick.
the man or holding the ball?
Holding the man.
Well, hang on. The umpire's reached into his sock. Is that a report?
It is. It's another yellow card.
Oh, that's...
Didn't think there was much in that one.
No.
Waruru.
You're not taking into consideration the player's height in the contest, and I know you've got a...
Well, Waruru can't be much more than a...
not.
Well, what is his height list? He's listed at...
165, is it? 100 and...
He's listed at 160.
Yeah, 160
Could even be
55.
generous.
Hang on. The kick will be brought back, so this will just waste more time. He's telling him to get off the ground. That's not really in the spirit of the game. It's an unfortunate end to Caleb Ain's International Cup. That's their third player they've had sent off now.
You can't swap. He got sent off.
Well, there's a bit of commotion, but the ball bounces through, I thought, for a goal. There's commotion about can a player go back onto the...
They could have let it go, couldn't they?
Onto the ground. They can't.
Bit of heat.
There is. There's only 30 seconds left in this game. 9-11-65, India 2-2-14. 51 points the margin. As a good mark there has been taken by Sadhu.
So Sadhu has it. Broadcast side of the ground. There's plenty of yelling and screaming happening just in front of us. A little bit off-putting at times, but Saturo turns it over. Couldn't get his hand pass away from Chabrody. Singh goes in. Kick around the body. Mark dropped there. Was held on to. No free kick was paid. Close to the boundary line right in front of us. Ali goes in once again with a flying kick, but it's all she wrote. The game is over. And hopefully this is finished in some good spirits here, because it has had some heated emotion in this second half. But finishing the game in front is the Indonesian Garudas. They'll go on to Friday. They've won 9-11-65 to Indian 2-2-14. The goal kickers, the major goal kickers, were Sentoso kicking 4, Abdullah kicking 3. And there were single goal kickers the rest. And for India, Marothra and Pranjit Singh both kicking 1 goal apiece. So that is our second game this morning from Western Oval. That's done and dusted. Dave and Raj, your final thoughts?
Fantastic result, first of all, for Indonesia. They were too fast across the ground and just really too good in most areas. A wonderful third quarter by India.
We can say that the Indonesian players are like, if we get they're shorter, they are smarter. So even the Indian team in the first 2 quarters, they are just performing very disappointing. But after the half of the game, they're just performing well. Even they're scoring the 40 points, so that's good.
So a great win in the end for Indonesia, 9-11-65. They've defeated India 2-2-14 as the goal umpires sign off. And it looks like the Indonesia Garudas will get in there and sing their song.
Yeah. The next match is in between China and Germany.
China and Germany with the next game, part of Division 2 semi-finals. We'll sign off here from Western Oval. Make sure you stay with us here on the International Cup YouTube service, streaming through the AFL website. We thank you for your ongoing support and all the comments made during the game as well. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as much at home for Indian Independence Day.
Yeah.